Let me see the tat.
So I don't want to show you the actual tat on my chest. One, I'm worried I look fat, and two, it has like it's only 5 days old, so there's like a
Like
patch on top of it. Yeah, something like that. But I have a picture.
Oh,
so
man, you were the first one of us to get a tattoo.
Turns out. Here's the thing: when you get a tattoo, not everyone's gonna like it. That's the deal. I look at somebody's flaming skull tattoo with a knife through the eye and a fucking
that's so dumb
through the other.
and that's all righteous tattoo.
Anyway, I see that and I'm like, you're a fucking marshmallow on a Harley. Why do you have such a badass tattoo? Are you Delta Force? Do you drop out of helicopters and kill people? Fucking relax.
Yeah.
But then someone else might see my tattoo and think it's gay. So there's that.
It's a picture of a guy's asshole.
Don't judge me. So there was like an evolution. This is like it was the night before I was like, Jackie, we should get matching tattoos. I wanted to make some bad decisions on our vacation. That's the whole point. And she's like, LOL. And I'm like, no, seriously. We agreed not to do it. You know, I was like, you know what? I guess we were gonna get them on our butts, and you're not supposed to like sit on it or rub it or even like cover it with tight clothing. And I'm like, what, we're going to get a tattoo, then immediately have like a 3-hour motorcycle ride.
It's going to smudge.
Smudge and ruin it or infect it or who knows what. Yeah. So then it occurred to me like, oh, we could get rib cage tattoos. Like we should do that. And then the evolution of it. I've heard it's one of the most painful places. Tattoos aren't that fucking bad. Don't be a bitch. So, I've had different ideas for a tattoo. I had paraglider in my head. I had a motorcycle. I used to want a YouTube gold play button. That was like an accomplishment I was kind of proud of. And most of the ideas I had, I'm like, you know, like a few years later, I'm like, I'm kind of glad I don't have like the YouTube logo tattooed on me. For all I know, YouTube's going to change their logo. What? I'm more committed to it than YouTube is themselves, right? So, and then it was like, oh, you know what? Commitment kind of sticks. Jackie herself will get a couple's tattoo. So with that, I'm unveiling our matching avocado tattoos.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's a fucking avocado on my rib.
I don't want to see it now. I'm afraid I'll laugh at it.
One has the pit and one has the receptor for the pit.
Who has the pit?
I've got the pit. It's the penis.
Good.
It's the boy side. It's the boy side.
Oh, that's so cute. All right, great. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. All right. I completely changed my mind. So when you said avocado, for some reason I thought like a realistic avocado, and this is cute. Oh, great tattoo.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you support it.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
Dude, and I don't know,
I'm so glad you didn't make the pit your belly buttons.
That would have been funny.
It's I don't know. I'm trying not to go too head. It's hot to me. Like when I pull her shirt off and there's the fucking like she's tatted up. It's working for me.
You're like one of those celebrities that tattoos his name on the women. Now you've gotten a taste for it. Now you need more.
I mean, the funniest part of that is like lifting up Jackie's shirt and seeing an avocado and being like, "Oh man, I'm bricked up." I was honestly, when you said avocado, I was so scared. I was like, God, Woody's one of my friends. I don't want to do anything mean to him. I was so glad it was something like cutesy like that.
That's a great tattoo. It's so much better than what I had imagined when you said avocado. Can
you pull it up again? I want Woody to like explain the placement, and also I want to hear about the pain. I want to hear on the ribs. You said it wasn't even bad. Right?
No. So the ribs are supposed to be like one of the most painful places. Places that don't have much depth to them. The top of your foot, your elbow. Apparently, they don't take the ink as well. I'm not an expert on this, so they really have to like carve. I read on the internet it feels like wet fire. That's not what I thought. To me, it was just like the color, which is like a broader, like a bunch of needles at once, felt like scratching.
Yeah.
And anything that's black, there's like defined lines that sort of like they outline it first and color it in later. The black felt like cutting, where she goes deep. And sometimes she wouldn't go that deep. And you'd think like, oh, this doesn't hurt so much. But I learned no, bitch, it's coming around. If she goes really deep, she'll just, it worked. But they do this. If it's an 8 out of 10 pain, then you're done. It's finished. If it's a 5 out of 10 pain, I don't think that took. So she goes around the exact same line again and makes it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
You'd almost rather just have her go nice and deep the first time all the time, but whatever.
Sure, the reason they do that, maybe it makes it look better.
Mine's more on the side, like of my rib, and Jackie's is a little more on her front. And that makes sense. I think the side is a little more manly, and in the front, like there are women's dresses and stuff that sort of cut and show the side. And one of the reasons we chose that spot is we can choose not to have a tattoo if you want. Like if you have a sleeve, maybe if you're in long sleeve, sure, you can hide it like for a job interview, but mostly you have a tattoo. If it's on your neck, you have a tattoo all the time. If it's on like a guy's deltoid, he can choose like when he has it and when he doesn't. But for women, so many shirts are.
Who went
they
first?
Show the collarbone. She did. I gave her the choice, and I was like, "Do you want to go first?" It was kind of me driving it, and I felt like it was my obligation to like let it. Like, do you want to get it over with, or do you want to, let me go first?
Yeah.
And she chose to get it over with. So she
cute.
was super stoic. She was like. Didn't fuss, didn't move, didn't flinch, she set the bar so high. I was like, I'm not sure I'm as tough as she is. This is ridiculous. She had no trouble with it whatsoever. But yeah, those are our matching couples tattoos, and I've got the pit.
I love it.
It's very cute. Well, Kyle, do you want to get the same ones?
The two of you.
I don't. Yeah. Can I have the pit though?
I knew this would be an issue.
How about this? No, I got it. Neither one of us, the pit's missing, and we're both looking for our pit.
Okay.
And someday
just as long as it's not like, I don't want to have just the empty pit hole and like everyone know that you're pit fucking me.
No. We both have empty holes.
What if your pit has fallen to the ground and the guy looks very concerned?
Or like Kyle's avocado is trying to pick up its pit off of the shower floor. In my pit's ready.
Very suggestive. I see what you're